Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you some of the best sites worth visiting around the place we live in the Scottish Highlands, so enjoy! I'm going to begin with the Castle of Old Wick, not because there is such a big castle to see, but because it's one of the main attractions of the town, together with the Pulteney Town Distillery, where the old Pulteney whiskey is made. Actually, the castle is almost ruined, and you can see just the walls of the building. The Castle of Old Wick was built in the 12th century. At this time, Caithness and Sutherland, as well as many of the islands along Scotland's northern and western coasts, were under the control of the King of Norway. Accordingly, Wick Castle was probably found by one of his magnates. The castle was built upon a finger of rock that was protected on three sides by tall cliffs. Much of this once grand structure has now been lost, but the configuration consisted of storage on the ground level, the hall on the first floor, and accommodation above. A lack of a stone staircase suggests access to the upper levels was via a tumbler ladder. Below the cliffs, on the north side, is a sea inlet and beach, which would have been ideal for sheltering small ships in use during the medieval period. The castle ceased being used as a residence entirely in the 18th century. At the moment, there isn't a lot left of the castle, but you can get a feel for what it was like years ago. The scenery is also magnificent. The next footage you're going to see is from the Ackergill Tower. This tower was built in the 16th century and is a Category A listed building. This means it's a historic building and the owners are compelled to repair and maintain it and can face criminal prosecution if they fail to do so or if they perform unauthorized alterations. Ackergill Tower is a 5-story tower house. The 4-story wing to the rear was added in the 18th century. The building changes its owners several times throughout the centuries. In 2009, it was sold to Amazing Venues. Thanks to them, it acquires a 5-star rating in 2012 as they spent £2 million for upgrading facilities. From 2014, Ackergill Tower was operated as an events and wedding venue and a hotel before being sold to US philanthropists in February 2019. A legend relates the tale of a young woman by the name of Helen Gunn who was abducted by John Keith for her beauty. She flung herself, or probably fell, from the highest tower to escape her abductor's advances. Supposedly, her ghost is still seen. This was in the late 14th century or early 15th century and is said to have been the true beginning for all feuding between the Gunns and the Keiths. Also, I have to say that we recorded this video while the Ackergill Tower was still a hotel. At the moment it's private property and it's impossible to go inside and take pictures of the tower. Castle Sinclair Girnigoe is my favorite castle because most of the building is still there and you can see most parts of it. You can go inside the castle to see the rooms, and there is a part of staircase and a lot of small windows through which you can see the sea and a lot of stunning views. And also, if you want to go to the castle from the car park to the castle itself, there is a long path through muddy grass, and if you want to go there, you must be equipped with proper shoes and a windproof jacket, because the castle is on the end of the cliff and it's always very windy there. Anyway, and this is the only castle in Scotland to be listed by the World Monuments Fund. This once impregnable medieval Renaissance stronghold is now the subject of a preservation program by its owner, the Clan Sinclair Trust. Yes, if you go there, you will see a scaffolding up to the one of the towers in the castle, because they are trying to rebuild whatever's left from it, so that you can go there and actually look through the whole castle. It is situated on a long narrow peninsula projecting into Sinclair Bay and the North Sea, with perpendicular sides of between 50 and 60 feet. There are two distinct groups of buildings forming the castle, as it is divided into an inner and outer bailey by a dry moat. The impressive stronghold was built as one castle in the late 14th century and adapted regularly over time, until abandoned and partially demolished in the mid-17th century. Archaeological excavations have revealed that was a high-status castle of vital importance and had incorporated into the latest architectural ideas. It's great fun to discover the various areas of the castle ruins, rooms, arches, view through the remains of windows, etc. You go through a wooden bridge before you enter the castle, which lays over the sea, and it's very scary. At the moment, there is a scaffolding built there because the castle is being restored. Visitors are not allowed to enter the most dangerous parts, but still, what you can see is enough. The views are stunning. OGroats is neither a castle nor a tower, it's a village, but it's very important for the north coast because it's one of the main attractions and great sightseeing place. It attracts tourists from around the world, from all over the year, and there is always stunning views which you can record on your camera or take pictures or whatever you decide to do. You can often hear people say OGroats is on the end of the world. This is not exactly true. There is a signpost in the village which shows where is the end of the journey around the island of Great Britain. OGroats is the traversal of the whole length on the island between two extremities in the southeast and northwest. The traditional distance by road is 1,407 kilometers and takes most cyclists 10 to 14 days. The record for running the route is 9 days. Visitors can explore a number of gift shops. There is a coffee shop and a small museum. The Tourist Information Center doubles up as a shop offering a very good selection of books of local interest. The attractive harbor of OGroats is home to the Pentland Venture, a ferry that carries food passengers across the short distance to Orkney. Meanwhile, if you look just a little more widely, Duncan's Bay Head, a little under 2 miles to the east, is well worth visiting. This is one of the best places in the UK to see Atlantic puffins, different seabirds, grey seals and killer whales. The name OGroats comes from Ian de Groot, a Dutchman who once plied a ferry from the Scottish mainland to Orkney. Local legend has that the OGroats refers to John's charge of 1 groat for use of his ferry, but it actually derives from the Dutch de groot, meaning the large. People from OGroats are known as groaters. I really enjoy going to OGroats, and I believe people also do. And if one day the wind blows you up here, there is a lot of attractions worth visiting, and you can choose not only among these that I said. There is also the Castle, the Castle of May, and so on, many other places to visit. But as long as you're interested to come here and to go sightseeing, you can always find information in the websites. Thanks for watching and go exploring. Bye!